Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of PolyNerdic Playtest. Today we're taking a look at Donut County, a game that just came out last week I believe. I played it finally Sunday night into Monday morning. It's a very short game. It's only about 2 hours long. There's not a lot to it. Some people in the games media, games journalism industry, whose opinion I respect highly, said this was a good game. I picked it up. It's $12.99, I believe, on the PlayStation Store right now. And gonna come out right away here and say that I didn't think it was as good as they sold it to me as. It was called delightful and a lot of fun and all this stuff, all these positive words. And while it's not a bad game, if I were to give it a review, it's gonna fall on my scale of like a 6 to 7. Which is the difference between a slightly above average product to a solid property. Typically games that I give a 7, I would say they're worth playing. Wait for a price cut. $13 isn't that big a deal, but it's up to you. You know, $13 for 2 hours of play. Yeah, I was kind of underwhelmed by it. I didn't hate it, but I found myself just kind of playing it to get through it. And then going, okay, that was kind of funny. Because it does things like this. You got the Trashopedia over here, where, like, you know, here's where some of the comedy is. You know, where they have random stuff about the items. You play as this raccoon here, or rather, you're controlling what this raccoon does. Let's just go into some of the levels here, and we'll start here. This is essentially the first level of the game. And the whole thing of the game here is you controlling a hole. People order a donut, the raccoon sends them the hole. As you can see up in the upper left-hand corner, he's up there on his little tablet. He's controlling the hole, and this is the gameplay. And you just swallow things, drop stuff in the holes. Each time you grab something, hole gets a little bigger. And this is more or less the entire game. It plays with it a little bit. You'll see towards the end of this segment that it plays with the concept a bit, but not enough to really change the overall vibe of the game. This is the bulk of the gameplay right here. And then once you get everything in an area, you move on to the next one. I don't know why all that shit just freaked out. And see, this is one of the things where it mixes it up. Now that I've got the fire in there, I can make the balloon rise. As I said, nothing more to the game than this. It's 2 hours of this. You know, with little variations on the theme. I don't know, we swallowed the house. And then you get this little bit here in the middle where it shows your rank climb from 9 to 10. When you get to 10, you get this this copter thing, but it doesn't really do anything. At that point, it updates the Trashopedia, and you come through, and this is all written from obviously from the perspective of a raccoon. And then you get the mid between level cutscene, so to speak, where it tells you a little bit of the story. Everybody's mad at BK because, you know, they're all underground. And that's the game. I mean, there's really nothing to it beyond this. Apart from some variations on what you can do. Can I go back to the level select? Yeah, let's go back to level select. I'll show you a later level where maybe they added some more of those things. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's one. So again, all about making the hole bigger to get to a certain point. I mean, one thing you could definitely say about the game, it has a great presentation. I like the art style, I like the music. Alright. Now this whole thing here is... Come on, Blue Bunny. Take some carrot, and then you get this bunny, take some carrot, then now you have room to swallow the bunnies. And then the bunnies are going to do what bunnies do. Yeah, that's a rabbit sex joke. Hole got bigger because the bunnies got busy and created more things in the hole, which made, you know, in turn made the hole bigger. Let's see, can't swallow you yet. Not quite big enough. Can we get you yet? No, we're gonna get this one. See, more rabbit breeding means the hole gets bigger. Do it again. As soon as we catch these guys. Broke their giant carrot-shaped house with all the bunnies. And then again. I'm not sure what the point of being able to do this is. Alright, we'll do one more. One more. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do this one. I'm gonna grab an achievement while I'm here. I'm gonna try to anyway. The achievements are pretty easy to get in this game for the most part. Alright, so we gotta... Alright, now that we have a fire in the hole, we get the little charcoal briquette, and then it'll spew fire. There we go. I apologize for the big, huge black bar on your screen, but that's That's the achievement, or the trophy I needed to grab. Come on, kick me another one. There we go. Yeah, you gotta get the whole tree on fire in order to get the things to fall off in order to keep growing the hole. And swallow all this while we're at it. Go ahead and come on in, flaming trailer. I got everything else I can get. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna pan out. Let me grab the truck. Can't grab the trees just yet. Grab all these big rocks. Some things you can't grab right away, which is kind of frustrating. Like, see, the trees just go down in the ground. Alright, now we'll suck everything else in. Alright, I think you got it by now. If you've watched this long, you understand what this game is. It's not bad. It absolutely is not a bad game. But I do not feel calling it delightful is accurate. I do not think calling it great or any of the upper tier adjectives. It's a fun time, I guess. I can see, and that's the thing. Like, I can see where people would have fun with it. I personally did not have a great time. I just found myself kind of killing 2 hours with it. It was a good palate cleanser, I guess, between other games. But I did. When the 2 hours were over, I was like, okay, that's what that was. All right. I don't particularly find the characters endearing. I don't find the gameplay to be all that great. It's kind of one note, with the exception of the little twist they add to it. But it's not a bad game, and it's certainly worth the $12.99. So, tentatively giving it a review. Let's call it a 7. Yeah, it's a solid game. There's fun to be had here if you're into certain things. Maybe if you're a younger person, you might find the characters a little more endearing. I just didn't like anybody. I didn't dislike anybody, but I didn't care for the writing. I didn't laugh out loud hardly at all, and I barely chuckled. And most of the stuff I chuckled at was here in the Trashopedia, because it's, you know, it's just dumb. Yeah, things like that. Like it's just stupid kind of humor, and it made me smile a couple times, and I guess that's like the most endearing, the highest praise I can give it is that it made me smile a couple times, and it killed 2 hours. So that's Donut County. Thank you for watching. See you next time here on the PolyNerdic channel.